Hey, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing a very interesting and important topic. Can Indian rupees replace the dollars in international trading? As we all know, the US dollar has been the dominant currency in international trade for decades, but with the rise of the Indian economy, some experts believe that the Indian rupee could potentially replace the dollar in the future. Firstly, let's talk about why the US dollar has been the dominant currency in international trade for so long. The primary reason for this is the fact that the United States is the world's largest economy and has been for a long time. This means that the US dollar is widely accepted and trusted as a stable currency, making it a preferred currency for international transactions. Now let's come to India. In recent years, India's economy has been growing at a rapid pace, and it is now the world's sixth largest economy. This has led to some experts predicting that the Indian rupee could potentially replace the US dollar in international trade. However, there are several challenges that India would need to overcome for this to become a reality. One of the biggest challenges is the lack of convertibility of the Indian rupee. Currently, the Indian rupee is not fully convertible, which means that it cannot be freely traded on the international market. This makes it difficult for the Indian rupee to be used as a global reserve currency. Another challenge is the stability of the Indian economy. While India's economy has been growing at a rapid pace, it still faces challenges such as high inflation, a large current account deficit, and a high fiscal deficit. These factors could make it difficult for the Indian rupee to be widely accepted and trusted as a stable currency for international transactions. Despite these challenges, there are some potential benefits to the Indian rupee becoming a dominant currency in international trade. For example, it could reduce India's dependence on the US dollar, and it could potentially increase the demand for the Indian rupee, leading to increased trade and investment in India. One factor that could potentially help the Indian rupee become a dominant currency in international trade is India's demographic dividend. India has a young and growing population, which could potentially lead to increased consumption and economic growth in the future. This could increase the demand for the Indian rupee and make it more attractive to international investors and traders. In addition, India has been taking steps to increase the internationalization of the Indian rupee. For example, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has been encouraging the use of the Indian rupee for trade settlement purposes with other countries, and has signed agreements with several countries to facilitate trade in their respective currencies. The RBI has also allowed Indian companies to raise funds in foreign currencies, which could potentially increase the demand for the Indian rupee in the future. Another potential benefit of the Indian rupee becoming a dominant currency in international trade is that it could reduce the dominance of the US dollar in the global economy. The dominance of the US dollar has been a source of concern for many countries, as it has given the United States significant influence over the global financial system. If the Indian rupee were to become a dominant currency in international trade, it could potentially reduce this dominance and increase the influence of other countries in the global financial system. However, there are also risks associated with the Indian rupee becoming a dominant currency in international trade. For example, it could increase the volatility of the Indian currency and make it more vulnerable to external shocks. In addition, it could potentially lead to increased currency manipulation by other countries, as they may seek to influence the value of the Indian rupee for their own benefit. Overall, while the Indian rupee has the potential to become a dominant currency in international trade in the future, there are several challenges and risks that need to be addressed. It will require significant efforts on the part of the Indian government and the RBI to increase the convertibility and stability of the Indian rupee, and to increase its acceptance as a global reserve currency. However, if India continues to grow at a rapid pace and takes steps to address these challenges, the Indian rupee could potentially become a dominant currency in international trade in the future. We hope you found this video informative. If yes, like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.